So I'll record the session just in case a few people miss out and they can refer to it later sometime. So, hi guys. First of all, well, thanks a lot for joining in. I know it's Sunday evening there, and being in a different time zone, like I'm presently in a different time zone. I'm in Amsterdam now, and it's a little early here. But really appreciate your effort of joining in, and thanks a lot for submitting the responses. That was overwhelming. I got a lot of responses, and really amazed. I was not expecting, but good responses. I got the opinion of the students majorly, and based on that, I have uh, scheduled the times and decided on the projects. It was very overwhelming. I guess the responses were very clear enough. It met the purpose. So, based on the responses, I saw that people are keen for a particular industry. They want to learn more about the industry. So that's a very good sign in a way, because being in your first year, second year, third year, or even in master's first year, you are aware of what you guys are planning to do. Cool. So we'll come to that survey. I have something to discuss about that. But before that, let me really kick off this discussion. So hi everybody. Hi again. Thanks a lot for joining. And my name is Sajid. So a quick background about myself. So uh, uh, I come from West Bengal and been in the industry of data science and analytics from past 10 years. So I have a computer science background and been working in data science and data analytics project on and off in various domains. I've got a chance to work in a various domain, but presently I'm associated with Nike and working in the supply chain domain. Earlier I was part of Nike India, but now I've switched. It's been a good 6 months now. I've shifted to Amsterdam, and we have a Nike operation. So I'm associated with Nike Netherlands here. So coming back, that was my work, education, and experience. And in parallel, I have this StepUp Analytics, which is I started back in 2015 as because I wanted to. I love to talk to students and interact with them, and teaching is my passion. I've always been doing it and trying to follow that from past six, 5, 6 years. And on that virtue, I got an opportunity to talk to you guys. I'm associated with Jadavpur University from past 2018 onwards. So you can imagine from past 4, 5 years, we always have interactions with economics students. And based on that, we do a couple of workshops, sessions, seminar, projects, internships. So like in all capacity. So try to interact with students across JU, Calcutta University, JVers, Kalyani. So wherever we have Department of Statistics, Economics, Mathematics. These are the people who tend to convert them or convert the career into data science and analytics, statistics. So more on data-driven career ahead. So I try to interact with them, try to share my experience, try to teach what I know, and get into the discussions. And it has been so far, it's been amazing journey. You can imagine it's been 4, and this will be the 5th year coming this month. This is the 5th interactions, 5th sessions that we are planning. So you have a senior, super senior, and like people who have been 3 years or 4 years in the industry already. You're senior. So that's the journey. Now, that's about me. I know that there are a lot of people joining in. I will not get a chance. We'll not get a chance to know you as such, but definitely once we get into the session, we'll get to know one-to-one everybody. But let me set up the agenda. What we are going to discuss in the next 1 hour. I'll not consume a lot of your time, but the target that the target for which I have set up this session. Generally, I do this before I actually start the session and open up the registration. The core purpose is to understand students' requirement, right? So requirement, what was there in 2018, 19, 20 is not the same because the entire student diaspora has changed, right? Entire dynamics has changed. So student comes with a different problem. Earlier, they used to come up with a problem like, should they learn R or Python? Okay, what visualization tool they should opt for? That was back in 2017, 18, right? But JU students, if I talk about last year, uh, they come with more advanced thoughts, like they know industry a lot because you guys are very much inquisitive and upfront. Okay, that's the reason you are in JU, right? That's one reason. So they come with, no, I don't want to learn R, I want to learn Python. Okay, I don't want to learn R, I want to learn SQL. So what is the prospect of data science in terms of career, and all those discussions. So that's the reason I have this discussion with you guys upfront, to understand where are you in your journey. So somebody might have just started in first and second year. Somebody might have been in the first year of MSc and already know nuances and want to prepare well. So I want to cater all those and connect the dots so that we have a foolproof plan with which we'll start for the next 6 weeks. So it's a commitment for 6 weeks, guys. And I'm here to clear all your doubts on how we start, how will the journey look like, what you will learn, how will you learn. Okay. Majorly one concern that I get from the students, and that's a very fair call out. You guys come from a non-technical background, right? But you have a very strong theory background, or you will get a very strong theoretical background going down the line because of academics and faculties. Uh, so how will you build yourself? How will you build the capabilities of technical things? Because you need to know technical stuffs as well, like some bits of coding, some bits of visualization. So will you be able to make it or not? So questions on those front, how should you start and all. So that's the reason I'm here. Okay. So people who are already aware, well and good, but people who are not aware, I'll quickly give me 10-15 minutes. I'll try to share a couple of slides, okay, not very detailed, but a couple of slides so that you get understanding of what will our next 6 weeks or next 2 months look like, right? So let me quickly share my screen, and this is the same presentation that we did last year, basically. So I did not change anything as such, but yeah. So guys, like let me firstly give you a quick glance of how the industry is evolving. Okay, now when I say industry is evolving, that does not confine the discussion of ours to only data. Career means corporate and analytics. It has a lot of prospects for higher studies, like people who are in UG, they want to plan your PG. People who are in PG, they might want to go for PhDs and advanced research, right? In the world of data. So it caters everybody. So technical education is for everybody. So what I mean is, when I talk about for beginners, so beginners have a particular steps that they should take. Like they should start small. The first very thing is we should start small. The start small means like let's take a baby step and learn one step, because if you go into technical jargons which is spread across the internet, right, you'll get lost. So there are a couple of few important things which I generally see based on my experience, and I've talked to the community. We have a community of data science and data analytics professionals at StepUp Analytics. We try to interact them all and understand the industry trends, and whatever the trends are, right, we inculcate that trends in our sessions, in the workshops, so that the learning is crisp and very optimal and best of opportunities. So uh, like on that note, I'll try and cover what we have planned. So I haven't we have a website already of what we are going to learn. I'll take that one by one. We'll go to that one by one. But let me try and explain you the approach. Okay, that's the most important thing, right? So the approach lies here. Like we'll see that when we talk about career, so there are various aspects of it. People want to go into data analytics, somebody goes to data visualization, somebody goes to data engineering, uh, somebody goes to data science, and somebody goes to machine learning. So one thing which is revolves around all the aspects, right? Any career that you talk about. So the career of data is enormous. So give me 1 second. So here you are. So anything that basically this is all data related career. Okay. Now don't get confused. So it is not that for a data scientist and data analyst or business analyst, you'll have to learn a different skills. That is not the case. The skill sets remain the same, and that's what I'm planning and coming here. So we start with visualization. Okay, how do we build the capability within students so that they have this acumen of visualizing data. Okay, so visualizing data means like if I give you a raw data set, okay, do you have the capabilities to do something in Tableau or in Excel? Excel is a basic stuffs, but let's say, can you do something in Tableau? Okay, we'll start from there. Okay, once we have a and Tableau is a most demanding. You can even Google this. Tableau is one of the most demanding visualization tool in the industry now. And the best part is Tableau is a licensed version. It's very expensive, but the best part is for students, it gives you a 1 year license. So we'll get into that process. We'll apply a license for you so that you have 1 year license free, and 1 year is a good time to learn and become a master of Tableau. Right. So we start with Tableau, and then we see how we have evolved. Okay, do we have we build that capacity to take the raw data set and start visualizing the data. Okay, then second comes your approach, the approach that I was talking about. So the approach will be completely project driven. Okay, which is termed is a very famous terms, which is PBL. I don't know if you guys have heard about already. It's a project based learning. We do a lot of theories, fine, but technical educations are more effective when we do practical stuff, and that's why we have practical labs and those sort of setups on our colleges, right? So here we'll start with Python. Okay, and in Python, we do our basic data wrangling, data manipulation, Python learning. Don't worry, we start from zero, guys. I'm telling you this, and I might be telling you this again and again. Don't worry that I don't come from a technical background. Will I be able to take it or not? That will not be the case for sure. Okay, so we'll have a we'll start from zero. I'll not tell you that you'll become pro in Python. That will be a wrong on my behalf, but you will be in a situation that given a data set, given a problem statement, you will be able to use Python to do data manipulation, data wrangling, data visualization even. Okay, and we'll be able to do some business analysis, data analysis with Python. So you'll be able to reach from zero to intermediate. Okay, if you try and devote your time on weekends, that will be possible. So in Python, I generally call out that data analysis packages. There are certain data analysis packages like pandas, NumPy, matplotlib. So these are the couple of more advanced libraries that we'll cover in our learning sessions. Right now, project-based learning will be implemented both in Python, and when we start SQL, we'll also do projects. So SQL is again one of the most, I would say, it's potato, if you call it in a so-called normal colloquial term. It's a potato which fits in all vegetables. It's a sort of like it fits everywhere. SQL is will be needed if you try and work in the data industry for sure. So for both SQL and Tableau, as well as Python, we'll use project-based learning approach. Any questions up until here, guys? If you have any doubts, please feel free before we move on to next slides. No, I'm assuming no, right? Cool. So now, if I move next, right? So here you'll see that irrespective of what we learn Tableau, we learn Python, we learn SQL. So tools and platforms are meant to do a certain job, right? And what are certain jobs? So it makes your life easier in terms of dealing with the data, because data in general becomes a little, it is very difficult to handle it, and to handle the data we use the tools. So all these three tools and technologies that we talked about, right, tools and platforms, will enable you to collect the data. Okay, talk about SQL, you talk about Python, it will help you to collect the data, the first phase of the journey. The data sees a journey in the entire project. Okay, once is data collection, okay, where we can use SQL, Python, okay, and then we collect and do a lot of stuff like cleaning, manipulation, extractions. Uh, those all falls into the purview of data collection. Then we move to a next step where we actually bring in our actual theoretical background from statistics, economics, maths, computer science. We use our learnings of theories. We try and analyze that. And guys, when you sit for the interviews down the line, people will judge you. The interviewer or the company will judge you based on your analysis skill, problem solving skill, we call it very commonly. Okay, we don't go and ask in the college interviews that tell me how you collect the data. No, that's a very straightforward questions, and it's a very, I mean, like, it's a learner thing. Like, you once you learn it, you'll do it always. But skill and capacity is measured on your analysis skill. Like, what will be problem solving skills? How are you looking into the problem? Is it an optimal way or not? So this is where we spend a lot of time. We'll use Python primarily. We can use SQL, okay, to analyze the data, and we spend like at least 60 to 70% of our time of our 6 weeks in analyzing the data, right? Now, once we analyze the data and we have a set of insights already with us, okay, so insights are something which you will be hired for, which you will be meant to do. That will be your expertise, driving insights from the data sets, right? And once you have the insights, basically you'll take that insights directly as a sentence, or if there are a lot of insights, you can transform that into a visualization reports, Excel reports, Tableau reports, and then the data have seen the entire journey. It started with a collection, analysis, and the report. So we do all these three, and uh, there are tools which will help you. Okay, SQL will help you, and Python will help you in data collection. Python will again help you, and SQL will again help you in data analysis. Tableau will help you in data visualization, which is data reporting. Okay, so this will be the three phases that we'll see. And when the program that we are talking about, guys. So that program is about it's a certification cum internship program. Okay, I'll come to that in a bit. Let me have I have one more thing to share with you. Let me share that, and then probably we'll jump into the next. uh, so this is what I was talking about. So I generally refer to this, it's a funny tweet which I found, and then I thought it's good to share with the students. So when you guys prepare for internship or you prepare for a job, so even it's an entry level, the expectations nowadays, as the bar of the expectation has been high. Okay, and the reason being, students are so well informed that they prepare themselves in the college itself, so they don't need to actually lag and go take trainings, get into a boot camp post college, because that kills your time, right? College is the best time to learn because you get a lot of efficient and usable spare time which you can use to learn. So these are the things. Expectations are setting high, so it may be the entry level job, but the expectation is that you should know some stuffs already. Okay, so this is one funny tunes on the lighter note, but uh, this is it. Now let me brief you about how we have designed the program. So let me go to the, yeah, so this is a program. So if I'll share the link of the program with you guys, but uh, this is one thing which we've been doing similar stuff with all your seniors from past, as I said, 4 or 5 years. This year we have evolved a little bit based on the comments and the feedback that I had with your last year batch. So last year was amazing. I would say 100+ students were there on the workshop. And it was amazing learning experience. We planned for 1.5 months, but students were so curious. They were so involved that we extended it 2 months, and I really loved it. Other mentors also loved it because we are here to spend quality time and make the learning as big as possible, right? So yeah, based on the last year experience, so last year couple of students, handful, 8, 10 students, they were very smart enough, they understood the industry. So we started with Python, R, and Tableau, but in the midway they said that's a can we plan SQL, because SQL is very important and we want to learn. I said, why not? I would love to teach. So we extended the program for 2 weeks, and we incorporated SQL. So based on that learning, I bought that SQL full-fledged in this year's batch, right? So what are we going to learn is, so this is, first of all, is a certification program. Students enrolled in this program will get certified once they complete the program. Okay, now we learn 3 skills: technical skills. Definitely there will be a lot of other learnings in terms of theories, but technical skills, platform learning will be 3. We'll start with Tableau. Okay, we see how visualization looks like, how to and it's a tool, right? So people, you will generally grasp it very fast. We'll do the licensing and everything, uh, and it will take 2 weeks probably for you guys to get a good hands-on on Tableau for sure. Okay, and then we'll keep on using Tableau every interval in your projects as well. Uh, and then once we are done with Tableau, we'll jump into Python. Okay, we'll spend good, because Python is something which will take a lot of time. So at least 3 to 4 weeks will be spent in Python and combined with SQL. So Python will be more of analysis. Okay, and then at the end we'll spend time in SQL. We'll see how does SQL come into picture of data analyst or business analyst or data scientist. How do they use SQL? So uh post post learning this, so this is entire 6 week, and then post learning this, okay, you will be assigned a project. Okay, so we'll do couple of use cases during the program as well. Each There will be one use case in Tableau, there will be 1 or 2 use case in Python, there will be one use case in SQL. Post that, you have a project. Okay, project is something which will take at least 2 to 3 weeks. I assume 2 weeks is decent, but in case exams or internship comes into, or interns comes into picture, internal exams, sorry, you can extend for a week. You have that leeway, but 2 weeks is a decent time. So what you get in project? So project is a full-fledged data set that you'll get. You'll get a problem statement. You'll get a mentor as well. Okay, now work with the mentor, and that will be decided based on the interest that you have filled in the form, right? The survey form that you have filled, wherein people have called out that they want to work in finance data, somebody wants to work in telecom. So based on that, you'll get a data set. Or might be, if it's a mix, we'll give a one domain project to all. Uh, and then you use this skill to accomplish that business problem statements, right? And then there will be a format in which you need to submit the project. There should be a data set, there should be your insights, that is analysis, and there's a final report in the form of PDF you need to submit. That will get evaluated and you will get certified. Okay, so that's all about project. We'll discuss it in detail. But what I want you to look at primarily, what you learn basically. So it's a Python SQL Tableau, which we are calling out. Okay. Now tools is fine, but in terms of soft skills, you know how to extract data, you know how to clean data, you know how to wrangle data. Wrangle data means, like, during analysis, you do a lot of pull and push thing, right? You drop some columns, you pick some columns, you come some with insights, right? So and then finally you put forward analysis, you do your hypothesis, all statistical analysis. We'll talk about this bit of theory, but yeah, and then you spend a lot of visualization efforts of visualizing your data. So this is the entire learning aspect, guys. Uh, I guess this is decent enough. And when you have a project, right? So the biggest advantage of working on a project is, like, when you go for an internship or a job interview, this project should reflect in your resume, right? And that's the whole concept of project-based learning. Uh, People or the interviewer will not ask you about technical questions. Like, they might ask you, but I'm saying the entire discussion will change the moment they see that you have worked on a project, right? Uh, and that the discussion will be more project driven rather than give me a syntax of what is Python, what is SQL. That will not happen, right? So that's the entire agenda, guys. And I suppose it will be an amazing learning so far with all your seniors. It was an amazing journey. Okay. Now I'll share the link of the registration. So we are based on this input from all of you guys, right? So we have planned to start from 15th of April. Okay. Uh, this 14th of April is something we are targeting to end the theories, but we have a project which is another 2 to 3 weeks. So And that's the thing. So it's a 6 weeks learning program, and then 2 weeks of project. So in that, it will take 2 months. If something like internship or internals or exams comes into picture, we'll have a cumulative discussions and we'll postpone it for a week or so. That I'll take care of. Now, how do we do this program? So basically, there's a very efficient way that we have learned from our previous batches. Uh, we start the registration today. Okay, we will end the registration in a week by coming Friday. Okay, and based on all the registrations, we start our actual sessions on 15th of April. Right, uh, the session, like once you register, right, your profile will be created in this portal. StepUp Analytics is a community portal. Here your profile will be created, and you'll have a separate login and password. Just make sure you have it, right? Automatically when you register, your profile will be created. So once you register, so all the sessions will be live. Like me or any other mentor will come and take the sessions one-to-one live. Now, this live sessions will also get recorded, just for you guys to have a reference whenever you need it in future, right? It will be there for you to access for 3 years, 2 to 3 years minimum. Okay, all the recordings, session recordings, if in case you miss it, we highly encourage to come in the session, live sessions, and we track the attendance as well. But the session will also get recorded for your revisions, project works, and all the data, recordings, project, your certification will be accessible through the portal. Okay. Now, we'll also have a parallel WhatsApp group for students. Let's say you're working on some business case or use case, and you get stuck to somewhere. You can immediately ping on that group, share the error that you're getting, try and communicate with the faculty and get it resolved. It's not that if we are doing the program, if we are learning on Saturday and Sunday, we only connect on Saturday and Sunday. That's it. That should not be the case. We'll connect anytime based on your availability and mentor's availability as well. Okay, so a WhatsApp group will be created. People who register, they'll automatically get added to the WhatsApp group, and we'll have a separate WhatsApp group of the program. Okay, where mentors will be there and the students will be there. Right? We have tried and made this, so I know the entire learning thing, how it works in our uh, way. Right? Basically it's very commercialized, I would say, and people charge which students are not able to pay. But I have tried based on the community thing, as you said, right? As I said, uh, last year it was 2100, I suppose. We started with 1900. Okay, back in 2018, but I've kept it as minimum as possible based on the discussion. So we kept it 2249 as minimum as that. But uh, I guess that's a fair amount. That should not be very high. And if at all you think it's high, let me know. Uh, I guess anything else, guys, that you had particularly to talk about? Let me stop sharing, and if you want to share your thoughts. Any questions, concerns, any anything irrespective of this course or a program, dates, times, content, let me know. I would really be happy to work on that. And just tell me one thing. Do you guys foresee any internal or semester exam in this April and May? Any chances? Do you have the schedules already, or you don't have it? You can unmute yourself if you want to speak. There's an unmute button there. As far as I have taken an input from other students, they said no, it is only after May 15th that you might have the exams. But if in case if you come across anything, you can let me know. Cool. So guys, with that, I'll share the link of the uh, program page here, but even this will be circulated with all the students in the respective class group by the moderators. We have moderators, they will share the link, but feel free to save this link, because once the call ends, right, you will not have access to this link. uh, Register yourself. I would say so far it was an amazing journey with JU, and we'll try to. It has been very beneficial for the students. We'll try to make it more beneficial going down the line. Come across. try and be a little interactive. That's one thing which generally I ask with students. If you have some questions, don't hesitate. I know being in first year, second year, third year, you are not that comfortable speaking out, but don't worry. uh, it's all, this is the phase that you'll overcome definitely for sure. But if you speak, if you bring your questions, concerns, that will get addressed. And I'm a firm believer of the fact that there's no wrong questions, uh, and the only wrong questions are something which is not asked, right? If you keep it with yourself, it will remain with yourself. So I generally, when I take sessions, and this is my habit, I generally get into students individually and ask them if they are facing some difficulties, or if they are stuck somewhere, okay, if they are not able to understand something. So and I'm very famous for setting up one-to-one calls with the students. Get into one-to-one call. If you're not able to speak within the audience of 100 people or 50 people, let's get into one-to-one sessions. Like, I try my best to make my effort of teaching very fruitful for the students, and I really like students appreciating that as well. Let's see how it works. But yeah, on that note, I guess I'm good. I guess I tried and covered the topics that I wanted to. Until unless you have any questions, and I wish you best of luck. And let us meet in the session, in person, and let's try and make this journey very informative and full of learning experience, I would say. So thanks a lot, guys. I'm still there for 4 minutes on the call. I'm done discussing things, but I'm still there for if in case you have any questions, and then we'll drop off in, let's say, 2 minutes. So I'm from Bengal. Just to give you a note on lighter note. So if in case you are comfortable in speaking Bengali, feel free. If in case language is a barrier, language should not be a barrier. You can feel free to speak in Bengali with me as well. Okay, on that note, I'll stop the recording.